Take a single, six-sided die into your hand. Feel its weight, the sharp edges, the smooth, cold plastic against your skin. Now, cast it onto a flat surface. Watch as it tumbles, bounces, and finally settles, revealing a number. You call this outcome random? A product of chance. But this is a profound illusion, a comforting lie we tell ourselves to obscure a terrifying truth. The result was never in doubt. From the moment it left your fingertips, its fate was sealed. The number it would show was predetermined by a precise and unforgiving calculus of physical law. If you possessed the capacity to know the exact propulsive force imparted by your muscles, the infinitesimal variations in air pressure and temperature within the room, the precise coefficient of friction of the table's surface, the die's exact rotational velocity and angular momentum, if you could know all of these variables, you would not need to wait for it to stop. You would know the result before it even began its journey. It is not chance. It is merely physics too complex for your mind to compute, an equation you are incapable of solving. Now, take that simple, mundane principle and expand it. Let its scope grow beyond the confines of the room, beyond the atmosphere, beyond our solar system, and out into the deepest, darkest voids of the cosmos. The universe itself, in all its staggering complexity and incomprehensible scale, is nothing more than an immense, intricate mechanism, a clockwork of unimaginable proportions, operating according to a set of rigid, immutable laws. Every supernova that explodes, every galaxy that collides, every planet that orbits its star, is a consequence of a prior state. Nothing happens without a cause. Every event is an effect, which in turn becomes the cause for the next link in an unbroken, eternal chain. The initial conditions of the Big Bang, a moment of near-infinite density and temperature, were the first cause. From that singular, primordial state, every subsequent event has unfolded, not by chance but by necessity. The formation of the first stars, the synthesis of heavy elements within their cores, the coalescing of dust and gas into planets. The emergence of life on a pale blue atoll of it is a direct, linear, and predictable consequence of that first moment. The universe is not a chaotic dance of possibilities. It is a meticulously choreographed performance where every step was written into the script from the very beginning. In the early 19th century, the French scholar Pierre-Simon Laplace conceived of a thought experiment, an entity that would crystallize this deterministic horror. He imagined a vast intellect, a consciousness so powerful it could perceive the entirety of the universe in a single, frozen instant. This hypothetical being, later dubbed Laplace's demon, would possess the knowledge of the precise location and momentum of every single atom, every particle of matter and quantum of energy, from the most distant quasar to the smallest speck of dust, at one specific moment in time. For this intellect, the universe would not be a mystery shrouded in darkness, but an open book, its every component laid bare. It would see the cosmic web of galaxies not as a static image, but as a system of vectors and velocities. It would know the spin of every electron, the trajectory of every photon, the gravitational pull of every black hole. The entire state of the cosmos, in all its unfathomable detail, would be known to it as a single, colossal dataset, an absolute and perfect snapshot of the now. The implications of such an entity's existence are staggering, and they dismantle our most cherished beliefs about reality. If this demon knows the complete state of the universe at one moment, and it also possesses a perfect understanding of the absolute, unchanging laws of physics that govern every interaction, then the past and the future are no longer realms of uncertainty. They become simple matters of calculation. By applying the laws of physics in reverse to the current state of all particles, the demon could reconstruct the entire history of the cosmos. Witnessing the birth of our sun and the formation of the earth with perfect clarity, it would see every event that has ever occurred, not as a memory, but as a verifiable result derived from the present data. More terrifyingly, by applying those same laws forward, they could calculate the future. Not a possible future, or a probable future, but the future, the entire, unabridged, and unalterable timeline of what is to come, down to the last atomic interaction, would be laid out before it. The future, in this paradigm, is not a branching tree of possibilities waiting to be born from our choices. It is a singlet fixed path that already exists, set in stone by the initial conditions of existence. The future is not unknown. It is merely, for us, uncalculated. This leads us to an inescapable and deeply unsettling conclusion. If the entire causal chain of the universe is predetermined, if the future of every star and every galaxy is already written into the fabric of spacetime, 10. What of us? What of the intricate biological machine that is the human body? What are the electrochemical processes that constitute the brain? These are not exceptions to the laws of physics. They are governed by them. Every neuron that fires in your brain, every synapse that bridges a gap, every chemical that floods your system is an effect, a physical event with a physical cause. And if the entire future of the universe is already written down to the last atom, what does that mean for the thoughts in your head right now? What does that mean for the feeling you call choice? Is it, too, just another predetermined echo in the grand, silent machinery of the clockwork universe? You asked what it means? What it means if a demon could know the position of every atom in the universe. Last time, we peered into that abyss. Now, you've returned for the answer. You think you chose to come back. You think you are seeking knowledge. The truth is far more terrifying. The answer is this: your thoughts are not your own. That flicker of consciousness you so proudly call you is nothing more than a cascade of electrochemical reactions. Neurons firing in a predetermined sequence. It is a biological storm, a flurry of atoms bound by the unyielding laws of physics. Each synaptic spark, each fleeting idea you believe you've conceived, is merely an echo of a prior cause. A thought is not an act of creation. It is a symptom of the universe's initial state. When you wonder, when you will fear, when you hope, it is all just chemistry. That demon, that theoretical intelligence we spoke of, did not just predict your physical actions. It foresaw this very thought, this dawning horror in your mind. From a vantage point, billions of years before the primordial soup on this planet even began to cool. Your consciousness is not a source. It is a destination, a final, inevitable stop on a causal train set in motion at the dawn of time. You believe you made a choice. You believe that, out of a myriad of possibilities, your will, your agency, compelled you to click on this video. What a quaint, comforting lie. You are wrong. Utterly and completely wrong. There was no choice. The sensation of deliberation you experienced was a phantom, a ghost in your biological machine. The real cause lies buried under an insurmountable mountain of history. The chain reaction that forced you here began at the Big Bang, a singular, explosive event that wrote the entire future of the cosmos into its expanding fabric. Every star that would ever ignite, every planet that would ever form, every species that would ever crawl from the muck and gaze at the night sky, was all encoded in that initial singularity. The gravitational pull of a distant galaxy, the precise decay of a radioactive element millions of years ago. The specific sequence of your ancestors' genetic code, all these things conspired through an unbroken chain of cause and effect to place your finger on that button at that exact moment. You could not have done otherwise. To have scrolled past, to have closed the tab, to have chosen any other path would have required violating the fundamental laws of physics. You are not a navigator of your fate. You are a projectile, fired from the cannon of creation, following a trajectory calculated long before your existence was even a remote possibility. Your life is not a series of decisions. It is a singular unfolding event. We have a name for this grand deception, this magnificent, soul-crushing piece of theater. Free will. It is the greatest illusion ever perpetrated upon a sentient mind. A comforting fairy tale we whisper to ourselves in the dark to ward off the terrifying truth of our own powerlessness. We imagine ourselves as captains of our souls, but we are merely biological puppets. Our strings are not made of twine, but of nerve fibers, sinew, and a complex web of hormones. We are marionettes of flesh and bone, animated by the blind, indifferent forces of thermodynamics. Every gesture, every word, every tear, every laugh is a dance choreographed by the inexorable march of entropy. The feeling of control is a neurological trick, a user interface designed by evolution, not to show you the truth, but to make you a more effective vehicle for your genes. It is a useful fiction that keeps the puppet dancing, unaware of the master puppeteer, which is nothing more than the cold, dead hand of physical law. You are a machine that has been programmed to believe it is not a machine. A prisoner who has decorated his cell and convinced himself it is a kingdom. This illusion is so perfect, so deeply ingrained in our being, that to question it feels like madness. But the real madness is to live your entire life without ever realizing you are on strings. And what are the implications of this revelation? What becomes of our world when the pillar of free will crumbles into dust? It means that every concept you have built your life upon is a fraud. Regret is a fool's errand, a pointless exercise in mourning a past that could never have been different. You agonize over your mistakes, replaying scenarios in your mind where you chose another path. But there was no other path. You are grieving for a ghost. Your regrets are as meaningless as a rock lamenting its position at the bottom of a hill. And pride is the ultimate vanity. You swell with satisfaction over your achievements, your successes, your moments of triumph, but you did not achieve them. They were conferred upon you by the universe. Your talents, your drive, your hard work, all are products of a genetic lottery and an environmental script you had no hand in writing. To be proud of your life is to be a passenger on a train, taking credit for the scenery. You are not the driver of your destiny. You are not even a co-pilot. You are simply a passenger, strapped into a seat, watching a film that has already been shot, edited, and finalized. Your experience of now is just your turn to watch it. The end is already written. It has been from the very beginning. The script of your life, from the first breath to the last, is complete. The demon of which Laplace dreamed does not need to guess or prophesy. It simply reads. It knows the exact moment, the precise cause, the final sensation of your death. It knows if you will die in a warm bed, surrounded by loved ones, or alone in the cold, dark silence. It knows the final thought that will flicker through your consciousness before it is extinguished forever. There is no escaping this finale. There is no ad-libbing, no improvisation. You are an actor in a cosmic play, and your part is fixed. All you can do is continue. All you can do is stand on your mark, wait for your cue, and speak the lines that were assigned to you. You will love because you must. You will suffer because the script demands it. You will strive, and you will fail, and you will hope, all according to a plan you will never comprehend. There is no freedom. There is no escape. There is only the relentless, unfolding narrative. All you can do is read your lines until the curtain falls.